Big up, everybody. It's your girl, Sofia, aka Sophie, back on Sophia's Football Talk. I'm here with special guest, big avid Newcastle fan, John Sinclair TV. How are you, John?
Big up
Good?
to you, Sofia, and thank you so much for having us on. And
Yeah,
also to come on your channel, and you're so talented. It's
thank you.
a lot there with like Macy as well, and you know, and just wish you was a Newcastle fan, but I won't hold you to that. But at the end of the day, it's been fantastic today.
That's wonderful to hear. Great, great, great. Guys, do make sure that you give this stream a big thumbs up and do indeed subscribe. Of course, also subscribe to John's YouTube channel as well. And make sure that, give you your questions and whatnot throughout the show. And yeah, Bobby K, Spurs fan over here. Big up to you. Hello, True City fan.
There you go.
Obviously a Man City fan, but big up. Hey, hey, hey. Ravi, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Yes, we love
Ravi.
Ravi over here. Yep, yep, yep. Niall, my birthday twin. Hello. Good evening. Ravi says like and support both Sophia and John. Yes, yes, yes. Big up. Obviously for today's stream, we're going to be talking about, it's going to be a match preview. We'll dive into, the Carabao Cup final between Manchester United and Newcastle United, which is going to be, I believe, quite exciting indeed. What is your thought right now? I mean, in your case, John, you're going to be actually going to Wembley and watching the game. So, how are
I
you
am.
feeling as things stands right now?
Well, look, what it is, we've been off the ball at the minute in Newcastle. We get too many draws. I mean, look, and also as well, we only won one game since the end of December. That was against Fulham when he scored in the 90th minute goal from Isak. But going into Wembley, we're going there in not good form at this moment. Again, too many draws. Yes, we're defending well, but at the same time, Sofia, I mean, losing Bruno Guimaraes is a massive, massive miss him since he's got a
Yep.
3 game ban. And you can see that it hasn't been the same. And also as well, that our bench, right, is stretched, absolutely stretched. I look at the substitutes bench, right, and I ask myself the question: take out Gordon, ASM, right, and to a degree, Callum Wilson, Isak. He's going to change. Where's our game changer? He's
Mm,
going to change the game? Jacob Murphy, not the answer, not good enough. Elliot Anderson, look, he gives energy, but I just don't think he's ready for Premier League football just yet. I think he should have got out on loan to a championship club to gain that
yeah.
experience, yeah, in my opinion. But I'll look at it, right? You got Jamal Lascelles, Ryan Fraser, right? You got players like Matt Ritchie, don't get us wrong, he gives us all, but he's 33 now, yeah? And these players have been at the club for a long, long time since playing under McLaren and played under Rafa Benitez and under Steve Bruce. Yeah, we should be getting rid of these players. They're just simply not good enough for Newcastle United. I know people come up to us and say, you're not going to get rid of them, all of them. But if Liverpool is going to get rid of 6 or 7 players in the summer, why can't we? Because at the end of the day, it's their wages. I mean, Jacob Murphy's on
Okay.
60K a week, right? He's on a 6 year
Wow.
deal, right?
Ooh,
Nobody
okay.
going to take him. Ryan Fraser, right, came on the fee. He's on
Yeah.
about 40, 50K a week. And Eddie Howe's freezing them out because he did, when he went to Bournemouth, when he begged him to stay, Ryan Fraser refused to play for Bournemouth, right? He got relegated through COVID. He didn't want to play, right?
Yeah.
And he was the problem. And that's why Bournemouth got relegated. When he moved to Newcastle, right? Okay, cool. We'll give him a chance. But as soon as Eddie Howe came back, he was done. Eddie Howe has not forgotten what he did with Bournemouth. He's gone in the summer round Fraser. I
Ooh,
can
he doesn't
almost
forget.
guarantee you that, yeah. I can guarantee you that he'll be gone at the end of the season. Real talk, yeah. And I just don't think Ryan Fraser is good enough for this team. I really don't. I think he'd be out eating a lower Premiership club. Someone like a Bournemouth if they stayed up, Southampton if they stay up, yeah. You know,
Okay.
but I look at the team that is seriously, seriously needs to be spent in the summer. But people saying FFP is killing us. Look at Chelsea. Chelsea done what, 600 mil and not even bought a striker in. Apart from, I could be wrong, is Fofana? Does he count? I think he does,
I
but he's got
believe
a
so.
world class striker because he
Yeah,
left mold, didn't he, to come to Chelsea, didn't he? So
that's a very good point, actually.
uh, So he's going for 22 million, but he's a young striker. He's a young player, which
Yep.
I think he's going to come good. I really do. But they've done 600 mil, not bought a striker in, and Chelsea are in trouble. And you know what? I hope they stay where they are at the minute. And that's real talk, yeah? I've got to say that. And sorry, Chelsea fans, but I
It
think
is what it
Potter's done.
is.
It is what it
Yep.
is, and Potter's done, by the way. I can't lie, but
Oh, yeah. He
he's
probably
done.
might
He's
be. He's
he
done
not
out
see
here.
the season. He not see the season out. He will not see the season out. I'm telling you. But
Yeah.
back on the Newcastle, I think we need to strengthen in the summer. It may take up to 200 million to spend, right? But we have to spend 200 million in the summer. We have to just
Yep.
to get our bench up to scratch. Because, like I said, the bench players, or 60% of the bench players, maybe 70, are not good enough for Newcastle United. And I will
Mm-hmm.
say that. No, Newcastle fans won't say that, but I'll just say how it is. Do you know what I mean? But hey ho. But they've got a good first 11, Sofia. We've got a
Yep.
great first 11. But if you look at the bench, apart from the list I mentioned, Gordon, Isak, Wilson, ASM, right? And Anthony Gordon,
Yep.
they're not good enough. They need to be gone
Yeah.
in the summer.
I completely see that. I mean, I think you're definitely, you're a
I
fan.
know,
You're going to give your opinions.
I
Like,
know,
this is not ESPN and whatnot. Like,
I know.
you got to be
And
able to give your opinions, of course.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you know what it is, right? I always said to people, right, it's Jacob Murphy, Ryan Fraser, Jamal Lascelles, Matt Ritchie going to win us a title. Are they going to get us in the top four? No, they won't. They're not getting
Nope.
people saying that, they contribute. It's not the point. The point is
That's
they
not
are
the
not
point.
good enough.
Exactly.
I feel Lascelles will go. I think
Okay.
Murphy should be gone,
Yep.
but Eddie likes him, right? I think
Mm,
Ritchie needs to be moved on. He's out of contract at the end of the season. And Elliot Anderson needs to go out on loan, in my opinion. Right? I like the kid, but he's only young. He's only 20, 21. I would want him to do well. Sean Longstaff, not my favourite player, but what he's done, he's been absolutely fantastic for us. He really has. And I get people telling me that Joel Linton should be our player of the season because I think this guy has been absolutely fantastic. And you know what it is, right? It's gone from a 40 million flop striker
right.
into a 40 million superstar,
Yep.
right? And he's 27 this year. And I'm sure
Okay.
and I hope that he gets into the Brazilian national team. But the reason he's not in the team because Ferg is in there. And I think Tete, when he was there, preferred Fred to Joe Linton. But he will win a cup. I mean, the Copa America's back in not this next year, not this year, next year. And I
Okay.
hope Joe Linton will get there.
That would be great. Yeah, I mean, the revival of Joe Linton has been incredible to see, guy that's been completely written off for a lot of
Mm,
people as just
yeah.
maybe not good enough. But seeing as Eddie Howe has just brought something really good at him, saw the
Mm-hmm.
potential, and it's like, you know what? Let me
Yeah.
try to tweak, maybe change your role a bit.
Mm,
And now you just see him flourishing, which is very good to see indeed, for sure. How are
absolutely.
your thoughts about we did talk a little bit off air, but Miguel Almiron.
I've got some breaking news as well. A couple of hours
Okay.
ago, that Mickey
Mhm.
Almiron has
Yeah.
penned a new 3.5 year contract at the club, which will be here until 2026. And Mickey has come out and said, I felt at home at Newcastle from the beginning. I felt very welcome. I feel like part of the family. So I'm very happy to stay here. And I'm going to keep giving everyone on the pitch to thank the people of Newcastle United. That's from Miggy Almiron. I signed a new 3.5 year deal. And
I love
he
that.
absolutely fantastic this season. Got off the boil of late, I'm
Yeah.
not going to
Yeah.
lie, but he
True.
got back to the goals when he scored at Bournemouth, 10th of the season. But only critic of Miggy, excuse me, I have to have a slight negative on Miggy. He has got a right foot. That's the problem. And also, it can be a bit predictable at times because they
Yeah.
know what he will do. That's the problem. If he changes up a little bit,
Yeah.
he'll be absolutely fine. But I like to see Miggy play on the left hand side because he's so left footed. I love to see him as a left hand side. I love to see him as a 10 role. For me personally, if I was a manager, personally, I let Gordon play on the right, Ayers on the left, and I play Miggy as a 10 role. I'd love to see Miggy as a 10. And I think that will suit him because he's got the pace. He can take on people. And I tell you what, his change of pace is absolutely fantastic. And I think he could be one of the key men on Sunday. If he steps it up, he plays in big games, and I think he'd be fantastic.
I think so too. I mean,
Thank you.
I've been a fan of Mickey for a while, and just it's so nice to see how him alongside Joelinton is doing so well this season. After what remember the comments that Jack Grealish made, was it at the back of last season,
Yeah,
them
man.
winning the league and whatnot, and kind of giving like a slight comment. Although at later time, like he's apologized and whatnot. Miggy obviously doesn't really care that much about it, but I did feel like, okay, why do you need to come for Miggy? Miggy doesn't do anything. He's just here doing his job, whatnot. But yeah, he's been very good for you guys this season. And as you did say, he has maybe dropped off a little bit. There was like several games in a row where he was really like scoring every single time. Bam, giving it in. But then it's kind of been a little bit maybe silent now. But still, I would say an important player and a good player regardless. Um, are you happy that he has signed a new contract and that he will be staying for you guys for a while? You content with that?
100%, 100%. I mean, look, I love Miggy, right? But under Steve Bruce, I didn't want him to be wasted with Steve Bruce, yeah, because I thought once or twice that I think he could be away because he doesn't suit Steve Bruce's style of football. I know
Yeah,
you like him because he's a legend, but I never liked him as my manager. He's not my manager. He should never
okay,
come to Newcastle United in the first place. Do you know what I
I
mean?
get it.
And he is shocking, absolutely shocking. His record is an absolute disgrace, and he should have
Oof,
been sacked. But Mike Ashley's there, right? He will never sack him. No way. Even if they lost every
exactly.
game. But Miggy, I'm just glad under Eddie Howe, I think he's been playing well. He's got a new lease of life, and he looks happy. And what I've noticed in Miggy, he tracks back and he helps out Kieran Trippier out as well, which
Hmm.
he'll need to do that on Sunday. So Rashford gets the ball. I'm sure Miggy will come back and help out.
For sure.
He ran 60 yards, right? We love had a break in the second half. He ran 60 yards in a foot race between him and Salah, right? He was about 2 or 3 yards behind Salah, and he caught up with him and put the ball out of play.
Wow.
That guy will work so hard, man.
Oh yeah, he works his butt off for sure. 100%. Let's dive into some of the comments here. Ravi has a question. Who scores the first goal?
That's going to
Who
be
do you think?
key. The first goal is going to be so key in this game. We'll talk because
100%.
look, I think the thing is right. I mean, Eric Ten Hag's come out and said that Newcastle are an annoying team. In other words, he must just say we're a boring team. Do you know what I mean? That's what he's thinking because at the end of the day, he says that you slow the game down. We just don't play attacking football, and also we're boring to watch. Basically, let me just be clear, Eric. Right, if you're listening, right? Who scored the most? Who scored more goals? Is it Newcastle or Man United? Checking the tables, my guy. You might find that we score more goals than your team. Simple
Yeah,
as that.
100%. We don't score enough goals. That's what is pretty annoying for. I mean, I love the stuff that we've done so far with the team, but we definitely have a long way to go still, especially when it comes to being clinical enough and having more people up front that does the job and whatnot. So I get
Yeah,
that we don't score enough goals for sure. And
that's the thing.
you guys have an incredible defense as well. So it's going to be very difficult to try to break that down.
Yeah,
As we have played against you
absolutely.
before, but yeah,
Yeah. I mean, the game playing against Liverpool reports because some poor goals there. The ball over the top. Our defence were nowhere to be seen. We got done a couple of times, especially in the first half. Off with Fabian Shear, I watched it back. He was very lucky to stay on that pitch because I'm sure he'd been feeling they were doing his tactical foul. He got booked for it. Nick Pug got sent off on outside, handled outside the area. What
yeah,
was he thinking a lot? You know what? I would have just let Salah score and made the 3-0, to be fair. But no, he goes to get sent off for that. I can't defend him for that at all whatsoever. It's justified.
yeah.
And the goals against Bournemouth was poor from set piece. And also as well, a game against West Ham at home. Dan Burn ducked under the ball. Paquetá got at the end of it. Again, I could not believe my eyes. I couldn't. But look, at the end of the day, 15 goals conceded. We've been defending very, very well this season, really have.
100%.
And you know what it is, right? I mean, people are saying that we should be worried about Karius, right? But like I said yesterday, I've got to back the guy. And I know one guy in the chat, on Be Sure, said, get behind him. That's exactly what you're going to do. Do you know what I mean? It's not his fault he's in the squad. You got to tell Nick Pope that. But saying that,
That's a good
right,
point.
we have got to defend properly if we are to win the game. I think we can. We can
Oh
defend
yeah,
properly. Botman's
100%.
outstanding. Share's outstanding.
Yep.
Dan Burn can defend, but sometimes he goes to sleep half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And Kieran Trippier doing Kieran Trippier things, yeah. And I'm sure Joe Linton will help out as well in defence if needs to be. If they have a break arm, he's got legs and he can just do bits as well. But the first goal is going to be very, 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 very crucial. If you score first, then we're still in the game. But if you get another one, it's going to be very, very tough. But we don't give up Newcastle. We will give it a go, right? And another thing is, we got to take our chances because of late,
Yep.
we tried to put the ball in the net. Chris Wood missed 2 easy chances. Sean Longstaff, the same. Joe Linton found one over the bar as well against Southampton before he eventually
Yeah.
scored, right? We got to put the balls in the back of the net. I truly believe if we can finish, then we've got a great chance of winning this game.
I think that's a very good point. I mean, as you're saying, your defense is very, very good, but it's more so like if you do get chances, you have to really take those chances into account. Like you have to really go for it for sure. And be like, you know what, this is. I mean, we deserve to be here just as much as Man United. I mean, come on, both of us. I mean, Man United, obviously, but the fact that both of us are here in the final, it doesn't necessarily mean that okay, yes, okay,
Yeah,
we'll say Man United is big favorites, but you guys deserve to be there. You worked your butt off to be here finally,
yeah,
and it's I don't think this is going to be a super easy final as maybe a lot of people are making it out to. Because yes, we can say like the goalkeeper. I'm not, let's be
yeah.
honest.
I know.
Nick Pope
Um,
is not there, and Dubravka, of course. I'll definitely think that will put more things into our account, but the defense is still there.
yeah.
Bunch of the team is still there. When you have Bruno Guimaraes back, how important would he be for the team? Because the question here from Ravi says thoughts on who are the danger men for both teams. Do you think maybe Bruno Guimaraes would be one of those like danger men, or do you
Yeah.
have maybe another player in
For me, it's going to be Bruno. He keeps the ball ticking. He just keeps it ticking in the midfield. He gets it, gives it. He can tackle as well. He can make some great passes as well. And also, he can shoot as well. That's Bruno. We badly missed him as well. Sean Longstaff, when he's at it as well. I mean, his shooting has to be the best, but the 2 goals he scored were canny finishings, by the way. If he does that every week, then we win the game. But he has a lot of chances. That's the thing. Joe Willock, if he's fit, I would not be surprised if he started the game, but I wouldn't start him to be fair because he has been playing well. But I'm still waiting for that form. When he first came out in loan under Steve Bruce, he scored 8 goals in 14 games. He's been an absolute baller that game. Makes late runs on the midfield and scores. When he does that, 95% of the time he'll score goals. Yeah. And not only that, I'm not gonna lie, but Joel Linton, I know he's a key player as well with the tackles as well in midfield. Can make things happen, makes his driving runs on the midfield. If he gets that, then that'd be great. But we're badly missing Anthony Gordon, by the way, because he's cup tied. He's a huge miss, man,
Mm.
because he gives
Oh
something
yeah,
different.
true.
Alan Maximin. Now, I'm a big Alan Maximin fan, right?
Same.
When he's on it, he is on it. Let's go for the
Yes.
plus side first.
Yep.
He's unplayable on this day, right? The last game we played against Liverpool, he was fine. Yeah. The only concern about him, when he gets tackled, he stares down, wave his hands, referee, sort of thing. At times, I just tell him to get up, man. Get up.
Yeah,
You're not
just
hurt.
get up.
Get on with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But his shooting is absolutely poor at times. That goal
Okay.
against Wolves early in the season was a
Yep.
worldie. Absolutely worldie. Met it on the
Oof.
run. What a goal.
Yeah. So
What
true.
a goal. You
Amazing
know?
goal.
Aye. But when he played Hughes at St James's Park last season, right, he scored the first goal. curling shot in the top corner. He was excellent that day. Against Man City in the summer, fourth, fifth game, he absolutely ripped Kyle Walker. He actually ripped him a good one that day. He was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm a massive fan of ASM. I know people are saying, he's not good enough for Newcastle anymore. He needs to be moved on, etc. But he has got to perform every single week, and he's got to
Yep.
do it consistently. That is the thing. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to see him have 4 bad games or 1 great game. Do you know what I mean? But he is going to be key. I want to see him start on Sunday. And if we are going to win this game, give the balls to ASM as much as possible, and he can do something about it. He does that, we have got a chance. I mean, Dallow's your right back, isn't he? I'll tell you what.
It could be Wan-Bissaka, to be honest. It could be Wan-Bissaka. I'm not sure, actually. I mean, it really depends. We could go with I almost feel like probably Ten Hag might start with Wan-Bissaka, and if we need to be a lot more like offensive, a lot more attacking minded, then you probably bring Dallo in like we did in the Barcelona game yesterday. So that can happen. But like you're saying, like Saint Maxima, he's so good. But like on his day, he is unplayable 100%. The player that I also do rate, but I feel a little bit sad for him in terms of like injuries. Is he quite injury prone, or am I bugging there?
Yeah. Absolutely. And you know what it is, right? I want to give Alan Saint-Maximin a 9, 10 out of 10 on Sunday. I would have given that ratings. 9 to 10 out of 10. If I give him that, then he is amazing. Big up to Mama Flossie, by the way.
Yes.
Hit the subscribe.
Newcastle fan.
Hit the subscribe button, please, Mama. Hit the subscribe button. John Sinclair TV. Then you may come on my channel one day.
Yes, Mama Flossie, dude. Yeah.
I think she'd be amazing on my channel. Big up, big up, big up. But hey ho. You know what it is? I mean, Biggie, now he's signed a new deal. He's going to be well up for it on Sunday, I hope. And he's going to show us what a player this guy's going to be. They're all going to be up for it. They really want to do this for us. We haven't won a trophy, Sofia, and in the chat, the domestic title, we haven't won a cup since 1955 in the FA Cup. 68 long years we haven't won a domestic title.
68?
Let that sink in, right?
Wow.
And you know what it is, right? It's 1969. We won the Fairs Cup, in the European Fairs Cup back in 69. The year I was born as well, believe it or not. But hey ho, 54 years for European and 68 massive years to win a title. So please be easy on us, will you? Let us win it.
I love that. And I'm like, and I'm sitting here, being kind of like upset about not winning it for the 6 years.
No. Well, better than 68, yeah.
Wow, I mean, my dad is going to be 63 this year, so that is wow. Wild. But okay, when you put it into perspective like that, that's okay. I see it.
63, yeah. Big up to Soviet's dad, by the way. Give him a big shout out, but I hi to Soviet's dad.
Thank you. He's he's actually an Arsenal fan, so it's not really
bless him.
good
He's
over.
He's
a Gooner. But hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Let's dive into some more of the comments. Now it says, watch the show on John's channel, and John made a very good point and spoke facts. What your thoughts on this Newcastle ticketing scam situation? I don't know if it's true or not. Was it an ex-player? John, I want to dive into it, but I just want to read some more of the comments because I want to take some more time if we really dive into this, because I'm going to favorite this comment. That's a very good question. Now we're going to, I'm going to save some of these questions here, but I'm going to read more of the comments. Now it says Newcastle hit the purple patch at the wrong time, post sending off last week and the draws, and I'm not convinced by Anthony Gordon. I don't get all the moaning and whining. He needs time. Give him next season. Have people really been whining about Anthony Gordon? I feel like that's a good signing for Newcastle.
Thing is, right, I mean, the guy's young, right? I mean, obviously Eddie Howe's believing this guy for 45 million quid, right? And he's only just joined us, sort of thing. Like, I know you got to give the guy time. You got to give him time. Do you know what I mean? But he will come good. He knows what Newcastle's all about. I mean, when he signed first, he went to the Metro Centre, apparently, met up with the fans as well. so obviously he gets us, right?
Yeah.
I'll definitely going to big up Anthony Gordon for coming to us as well. He will
Yes.
come good. I'm convinced of that because this guy is trickery. He's skillful. He can run at players as well. I think he needs to beef up a little bit. If I'll be pretty honest with you, I'm not going to lie. However, I mean, I'll back any players that come to Newcastle, I'll give him a chance. I think Anthony Gordon will be a huge success in Newcastle. He's British, he's English, and he'll definitely be playing for England in the World Cup. I think it's the World Cup. Is it the World Cup? There's Euros in
Viewers, yeah.
2024.
Yeah. Maybe. He was very good for Everton and whatnot. So I would say, like I said, good signing for you guys, and he'll come good for sure. I believe that. Yeah.
100%, 100%. And it's going to be so amazing, man. It's going to be so amazing.
Exactly.
And
Right. Says
I'm
if
looking forward to it.
Newcastle gets Europe, they need strong squad depth. That's kind of what
Ravi, you're
you also
absolutely
did
right.
talk about.
Ravi,
Yeah.
I spoke about earlier on. You're absolutely right there. We need to because the bench are just not good enough. They really are not good enough. I mean, like I said earlier, the names I mentioned is not going to get us a title. They're not going to get us in Europe on their own. They cannot. And I think that they ran their course at Newcastle United.
Exactly. Very good point. They'll take hello to you. Says Bisaka will shut that kid down on Sunday. Oh,
Hey,
which kid?
Alison Maximin.
Okay. I mean,
Good
maybe
luck
we'll
with that.
see.
Good luck with that. Good luck with
Big
that.
up, Mama Flossie. Football Power Hour. Big up to you. Yes, KFC. Hello. Football Power Hour says Wood brace incoming. Some people have been saying like since Wood Weghorst, I think he only scored like one goal so far for us. United. I think he might have been the Carabao Cup semi-final, the first leg against Nottingham Forest. And people have been saying, what if he scores? Like, let's say we win. Hypothetically, let's say Man United wins, and then maybe he scores the cup goal winner. That would be incredible.
I'll tell you what, though, it will be if he scores late, that kick us so hard, you know what I mean? But you know what it is, right? I mean, it's going to be it's a 50-50 game. It's going to be a cracking game. And believe you and me, I'm not going to listen to Eric Ten Hag comes out and say that we're boring, frustrated. Well, I'm sorry, that's not to use. You're the ones going to ask the questions. What do you expect us to
Was
do?
a bit
Because in
interesting.
4 or 5 goals, that ain't going to happen. I mean, we conceded 3 goals once this season. That's against Man City, and conceded 2 twice. If remember serves correctly, twice, both against Liverpool. If remember
Yeah.
serves correctly, do you know what I mean? But
Yep.
it just goes to show when we're up for it, and we will give it
100%. You're
a
going to be up
real
for it.
go. We're going to be an attacking side because I tell you something now, we're not scared of Manchester United. Not now, we're not. We used to in the past, but not anymore.
Exactly. Motherfucker Scott. We says we got Big Dan Burn. He's from.
You're never gonna beat that man. He's
Love that.
from
Big up to you,
back.
Ali MFC. Big up.
You're never
Okay.
gonna
I've saved some questions here. The time is flowing by very quickly. I also want to make sure that you, of course, have time to get ready for your other stream on your channel with Macy. But I did save some questions here. So the one that I really want to dive into, of course, is the one by Niall, where he wanted to kind of, you know, basically talk or for us to, you obviously have a lot more info on this, the whole ticketing scam that's been going on. So yeah, thoughts on this Newcastle ticketing scam situation? I don't know if it's true or not. Was it an ex-player? Do you have thoughts about that, John? Which I
Right.
believe
I
you do.
mean, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people, right, has been reported this guy. Let me tell you, I'll say it now. He used to play for Newcastle for 4 seasons, right? 200 appearances in 4 seasons. This guy is a fraud, an absolute fraud. He could have had the talent, but I tell you
Yeah.
something now, right? He wasn't going to make it yet. This is the guy that has been to jail, right? For fraud,
Okay.
a couple of thousand out of someone, right? He got done in court for, I will not mention it on here, on your channel. It's not going to happen. And also as well, he gets involved in scrapes as well. Now, he's posted out a tweet and come on and said that tickets available Carabao Cup. He claims that he brought 100 tickets, right? No, he hasn't. Because at the end of the day, right, he can't do that. He cannot do that at all whatsoever because you got to be a season ticket, right? But he
Mm-hmm.
said Newcastle End behind the goal £2,500. Club level neutral 3K. Club level alongside 3750, right? Man United end, 1,500 quid alongside £2,000. VIP, Bobby Moore Hospital, £7,000 per heat. And the way he wrote to Bobby Moore is MORE, not MOORE. And that's disrespectful for Bobby Moore, by the way, because he's he's a World Cup winner back in 1966, FA Cup
Yeah.
winner in 75 with West Ham, if I'm remembering rightly, right?
Yeah.
But this guy is trying to rip off Newcastle fans for a couple of grand, right? This
That
guy
is
has got
messed
absolutely
up.
no shame whatsoever. The guy is an absolute absolute muppet. He's in complete bellend, and he can take his hand for you know what, I'm not going to say it on as well. But Club Wembley has come out and said, we are aware of this and are currently investigating. All tickets advertised will be cancelled and not permitted entry. So big up to Club Wembley, big up to Adam Pearson, because he reported it as well. And I tell you something now, this guy cannot be taken seriously at all, whatsoever. And I hope Nine Ranger should be named and shamed, and also
100%.
it should be hung, drawn, and quartered. Because I tell you something now, right? It's unfair for the fans is trying to get in who haven't got a ticket, right? It denies them a chance, right? And I'm glad Club Wembley, Newcastle United has come out and said, you know, they're going to deal with it. Good on them. And I'll tell you what, Nine Ranger is not relevant. To me, it's just a criminal and a fraud.
I mean, hey, speak the truth. This is it's not okay. It's a shame that somebody's trying to take advantage of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Club
not okay,
Wembley
and I
are
hope.
invested it as well for some Mama Flossie as well.
Yes.
And she's absolutely 110% right. And I'm going to get on me sure. I'm definitely going to get on me sure. If she's got a Twitter account, yeah, just send us a DM or follow us on my Twitter
Oh
account,
yeah,
which I'll
well,
give later on.
yeah, great. Hey, that would be amazing. Nah, I hope that the situation will that it will be resolved, and of course he will get the consequences that he deserves to get, and whatnot for sure. Um, Ravi here has a question. Thoughts on how both teams break each other down?
We have
What's your
got
thoughts?
we've got to control the midfield as well. I mean, if Bruno gets the ball, he's magic with the ball as well. I mean, we got to keep away from Casemiro, by the way. If we keep away from him, I think we're going to be Harry, because that guy is absolutely a baller. He's absolutely fantastic. One of the best in the world for me. I think you're going to play a 4-2-3-1. It's going to be Casemiro and Fledge in the CDM. And then we're going to have three in midfield, Bruno, Joe Linton, and Sean Longstaff. But I want to see Joe Linton in the midfield with Bruno
Okay.
as well. Sean
Hey,
Longstaff will be there,
yeah.
right? We just got to make sure we defend properly, close the men down, and get in their faces. It is absolutely, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait. And
Oh, he's gonna be good.
I can see Mama Flossie. Thanks so much, Mama Flossie, and I appreciate that. Gang,
Oh,
canny lad. If you're going to the
woohoo!
match on tomorrow in Trafalgar, I'll meet you there if you can. If not, have a fantastic time wherever you go, and let's hope we bring the trophy back home.
Woohoo! I love that. Ravi also has another question.
Mhm.
Thoughts on both teams' link-up play?
We got some link-up players as well. I mean, look, I don't think Dan Burn's that guy with ASM, because Dan Burn doesn't go forward enough for me. He doesn't offer a lot going forward. He just defends. But when he does go forward, okay, he either loses the ball or gets it all wrong, tangled up, because he's a big guy, 6'7". So I like to see ASM, come back and help out and make those runs with the ball as well. And up front, I mean, Isak link play has been fantastic. I love his movement between the midfield and the attack. He comes back, he finds space, and his movement ball is fantastic. Callum Wilson, I like him, but again, he's not Isak, I'm afraid, but he does score goals when he gets the service. But for me, I just think Isak's got to play up front all day long for me because I think this guy, he's going to be brilliant. He's going to be fantastic for us. I really do. But he needs to bulk up as well. The guy's 6'4". He's a bit slight, but hey,
Yes.
when he played for Real Sociedad, he scored 22 goals one season in the La Liga, which is fantastic. But he scored a
Hmm.
winning goal in the Copa del Rey as well, which against let's get to Bilbao, which won them the actual Copa del Rey, the King's Cup.
Hey.
So
Okay.
let's be real. I think this guy is going to be. I've always liked Isak, and
Same.
when he came, what a player! What a player!
What a
And
player.
people saying that he is our Zlatan. There won't be another Zlatan.
Oh
There'll
no, no, no.
never be
There
another
won't be.
Zlatan.
Yeah.
There's only one Zlatan, and this guy
Yep.
is a legend, and he's still doing it for Milan.
No, I completely agree with that. I'm thinking sometimes it's a little bit like unnecessary trying to like compare and be like, oh, he's another this and that. Like, can we just say he's Isak? That's who he is, and and he'll be great. And because Zlatan Ibrahimovic was, whew, that man was on a different level. Not that I'm saying Isak can't be, amazing, but like let's be honest. But at the same time, Alexander Isak, I do rate him heavily, and definitely an important player for the Swedish national team, and of course for you guys. Very good signing for Newcastle. I believe probably I do think he will for sure be an important and have a role in that Carabao Cup final.
Yeah,
Indeed, so definitely a player that I'm keeping my eyes up for sure. Um, Big up by the way to Brush, like, share, subscribe,
big up, Bush.
and yes, hashtag Glaciers out for sure, always. Yes, hello Luca. Hope you are
Big up,
good.
Luca.
Yes, Arsenal fan. Casey says, hashtag give the L to United. They trash. I mean, which United? Because we're both United, technically, but okay. But hey,
he
and
said,
you're
he used
saying
to say
great.
Glazers in, didn't he? Oh,
This is a Man City fan, so,
I know. They
always,
would they would say that, wouldn't they? They're gonna say
yep,
Glazers out, Glazers too
of
tiny. Come
course.
on. No chance.
Indeed. Oh Lord. Yeah. Ravi has a question for me. He says thoughts on Garnacho and how he's adapted to the way they play. Oh, I mean, Garnacho has been incredible for us for sure. The youngster is definitely involved with the team. Not often starting, but coming in and being involved with changing the game and whatnot. So it's definitely like an extra kind of like a player you can bring in for occasions when you feel like, okay, we're chasing the game, we need to score, we need to do something. So it'll be definitely great to bring him in. I know that Rashford, we did talk off air, John, with technically it's rumors that Rashford maybe not potentially be available, but let's be honest, he probably
I
might
think
be.
he's
He's playing
playing,
for
he's
sure, I think
playing,
so too. Oh
he's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
playing. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
mind games between Man U and Newcastle. They're just trying to test us. He's playing, man.
He's definitely, yeah. I mean, it's good to see Anthony back.
Yeah.
Scoring the winning goal against Barcelona. Fred also been, I don't know. Fred sometimes be like gone for the majority of the game, and like first half and whatnot. And then suddenly second half, he's like, bam! You know what? I'm just gonna score a screamer with my weak foot. I'll just do that. I mean, bless his heart. And yeah, Casemiro is gonna be important, of course. And I'm excited. So we do know, like a team update here, is that Anthony Martial is ruled out of the
Yeah.
Carabao Cup final due to,
He is.
injury and whatnot. But it is what it is. Like he's not been available for majority of the season. But what are we gonna do? I do think at some point we gotta move away from Rashford, in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. Case that's going to Wembley is a dream for everyone that watches football. Oh, 100%. That's definitely one of my goals in my bucket list, is to go to Wembley and watch, um, either like a World Cup game, or any like of the cup, domestic cup games and whatnot. Like that's definitely a dream. So
Mm.
yeah, I agree with you, KFC. Okay, so we have a few more minutes before we start to end the stream. But okay, so let's talk about maybe quickly lineup for
Yeah.
the Carabao Cup final. So if we start with you, what do you think? How do you think Eddie Howe will line up the game. Like, who's going to be the starting 11, the trusted men to begin the actual final?
He's going to play. He's going to play 4-3-3. He's always played 4-3-3, but his preferred formations are 4-4-1-1 or 4-2-3-1, whatever it may be. He's flexible in his tactics as well. I can remember once upon a time he played three at the back, a back three against Chelsea for Bournemouth, and they actually won the game. They actually not just beat them; they absolutely slaughtered them as well. 4-3-3. It's going to be Karius and Goal replacing Nick Pope, Scott Band, and the right back is going to be Trippier, captain. On the opposite side, Dan Burn. And the centre backs would be Fabian Schär and Sven Botman. The midfield three, it'd be Bruno, and it's great to see Bruno back, by the way. Bruno Guimaraes back as well.
100%.
Sorry, United fans in the chat. And with him, it's going to be Joe Linton and Sean Longstaff. And the front three is going to be Miggy, ASM, and I think Eddie would choose Wilson, but I'm going for Isak. Because I think Isak would get more space on the Wembley pitch as well. And he could cause Harry Maguire and Varane a few problems as well.
That's a very good point. I mean, I doubt that Harry Maguire has now really even been like one of the trusted men for, Ten Hag. But it's interesting, with Isak starting, and you can bring Wilson if you need to. He's definitely is a player that you can, if needs be. It's a player that could be also good to bring off from the bench. Like, I rate him as well. There's definitely some good players, like I said, for Newcastle, and did definitely sound like a very good lineup in my opinion. What I would go for, I mean, for me would be like De Gea in goal, right back probably. I would say Wan-Bissaka, and if you would have asked me this, let's say a cup final, who would you take? Wan-Bissaka or Dallo? I would have been like Dallo for sure. But Wan-Bissaka has been very important and been performing very well ever since the World Cup, after the World Cup. So I think, why not give him that option, especially, if, as you say, we have Sam Maxima starting, then I would feel more comfortable with having legit Wan-Bissaka facing him, because I think the last time that we did play you guys, I'm pretty sure it might have been Dallo actually facing me. I did think Dallo did struggle a little bit against him, so I would be more inclined with having, like I said, Wan-Bissaka, and then left back, of course, Luke Shaw, centre back partnership with Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane, and then in that midfield, I think we'll probably have Casemiro, and then I would potentially think maybe we'll have Fred again, or I don't know if you'll start with Sabitzer, because we haven't seen Casemiro and Sabitzer play together yet. Sabitzer didn't even play a single minute in yesterday's game, so maybe he has thought about probably bringing him on since he did rest for the Carabao Cup final. So yeah, maybe we'll say Casemiro and Sabitzer, and then you have Bruno Fernandes as the right wing. Hmm, you know, Bruno Fernandes didn't really work that well at that right wing, so I would probably say maybe Anthony, as he is, after coming off from scoring yesterday and just looking very good when he come off from the bench. So for me, Anthony, the Brazilian Anthony, on the right wing, Marcus Rashford as the left winger, and then maybe we'll have Woodvakers up front. Not that, I mean, him as that number 10 role didn't completely work very well yesterday, so he had to be subbed off. But we'll have him up front, and then if we need to change a bit, we can do that. We can bring Garnacho in and have him on the left wing, and then you bring Rashford up front, for instance. So yeah, that's something that we could see, but we'll have to wait and see. Casey says Newcastle gonna win more than you believe. Okay,
Wow.
okay,
I
more than you
hope.
believe.
I
Yeah,
hope that's the case. I hope that's the case. And
I mean,
you know what it is, right? I mean, it's nice to be
yeah,
positive. So Newcastle fans come being positive as well, which is great. I mean, look, the way United's doing at the minute, I'll be a bit worried. But looking back, I think to myself, why should we be scared of these? We should not be scared of you lot. You know what I mean? We just got to give it a go. Just go there, give it the best shot, and just go from there. And if we give our best shot, shock them, and then make Everton Hag eat his words, right? Then we got a great chance. I mean, what he's doing, he's putting it into Newcastle's hands, calling us boring. No, we're not boring. We scored more goals than him, by the way. I mean, I hope it goes to penalties, but if you're going to win it, we
Ooh,
got to
I
do it
hope
early. We
not.
got to do it early. But penalties, oh, I tell you what, it's
I
going to be
cannot.
very, very interesting. Very
No, no, no,
interesting.
no. For me, penalty shootouts like that gives me extreme anxiety. It makes me so uncomfortable because there's always that one or two people that's going to be like the scapegoat, going to really catch the heat. And nah, I don't know. I don't want to do that. If we win, please let us win
Mm.
within the first, let's do it within the 90 minutes, and that's that. That's what I personally would be more comfortable with. Deltek says Wood should not start Rashi in the middle, Sancho on the left. I mean, like I
Mm,
said,
could be.
we could do that, but I don't mind. The thing is, for me, Sancho like didn't necessarily have the best of game yesterday, and I feel like it would maybe be better to have Sancho start off from the bench and then come in the second half. In my opinion, this is what I'm thinking. Yes, I know that Wood Vickers is scoring lots of goals and yada yada yada, but he does a job for
Mm,
um Ten Hag, even though it wasn't in the best way yesterday.
yeah.
But sometimes you just got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think I wouldn't mind that. But
And you know what it is, right? When it comes to penalty, I know my 5 penalties going to take as well. It could be Isak, Callum Wilson, right? It's going to be one of those two. I don't think any will play and both at the same time. Bruno Guimaraes, Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär. That's my 5 penalty take as there. So it'd
okay,
be Wilson or Isak, one of those lot. Bruno Guimaraes, Fabian Schär, Kieran Trippier, and it's going to be one more in case one of those don't last on the pitch. And that guy, for me, I've got a funny feeling it's going to be Joe Linton.
okay,
That's my 5 penalty
interesting.
take as, and I think Fabian Schär will take the last one.
Okay, that's very for me. The thing is, I don't even know. We haven't had like penalty shootouts for a long time, and we've gotten a bunch of a couple of new players in now, like Casemiro, of course, and Sandro Martinez and whatnot. So I don't know. And I remember being or watching a penalty shootouts under my fellow Norwegian Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we often losing those finals when it comes to penalty shootouts. For me, even though this is Ten Hag, it's new and whatnot, but I don't think he would even try to. He would probably want to be like, guys, let's not even go to that point. Let's try to get the job done before that, because although I love David De Gea, he's not the best in terms of stopping penalties.
I tell you,
Uh,
if it does
not
come
the
to
best.
penalties, I don't know if I can look, but look at the way Argentina took their penalties as well. That Gonzalo Montiel, the plays for Sevilla, had to take the penalty kick to win the World Cup. I tell you what, he dealt with the pressure well, man. He
Yeah,
dealt with the pressure well, and he's a right back. And I tell you
that's a
what,
good point.
it was all down to him. Yeah, I mean, their penalties were fantastic. Lionel Messi's great. Dybala, the guy Enzo Fernandez as well. There's another one who took a penalty as well for Argentina as well. I think it might have been it wasn't De Gea, it wasn't Di Maria. Do you know what I mean? But it's someone I can't really took it, but definitely
Yeah,
Gonzalo Montiel took one as well. But I tell you what, I mean, that's you got to be cool. You got to make a decision,
yep,
stick to your decision, and just if you're going to put it in that corner, do it in the corner. If you're going to smash it down the middle, smash it down the middle. Don't change mind at the
exactly.
last minute, or it'll come back to haunt you. But fourth penalty, force each. Fifth penalty, oh man. If it's us first, I think we'll do
I
it.
can't. John, I
Oh,
can't do it. I can't have a penalty shooter. I can't. I'm gonna be doing watch along for that. No, no, no. I if we no, physically it makes me sick thinking about it. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I hope
no,
it
no, no, no,
doesn't
no.
go to that point because it will be horrible. Let me read
I know
a
it.
few more of the comments before we wrap up. Um, KFC asked Sam Maxima versus Von Bissaka, who would win the battle?
It's all depends who wants it more. If ASM on his day, right, it's unplayable. If he turns it on, like he did with Kyle Walker, I think he'd do Van der Zaka as well. But it's going to be pace for pace. And whoever wins that battle is going to probably win the game. Probably win the game. If his crosses up to it, cool. But he cannot be greedy. If he sees a player where he tends to pass it, do it because his shooting can be a bit rash.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. And that's the frustrating thing about ASM. Has he got the complete package? Probably not. But take on the player, yes. Beating the player, yes. Find the balls, it's the answer, it's the question. But when he's on it, he is on it. And it'll be
He's on
very
it.
interesting. But if Willock is fit, then I've got a feeling Eddie's going to play him in midfield and play Joel Linton there and use ASM as an impact sub. But we'll see on Sunday.
Ooh. We will see for sure. I mean, hey, either one could definitely win it. It'll be definitely a very interesting shout for sure. Deltic says yesterday Sancho wasn't on the wing. LOL. I mean, first, sorry, first half we were doing a madness when it came to like I don't know what we were doing. Bruno was on the right wing. Stuff was not working very well. So I'm saying is, you know, why not have him on the bench? You bring him on. It's okay to not necessarily put that much of a pressure because he just came back after being gone for a while to, obviously work on the fitness, work on the mental health, and whatnot. Been dealing with a lot of personal issues and stuff like that. So let's not let's give the boy a break. Let's
Yeah.
ease him in a bit. That's all I'm saying. But hey, I get what you're saying there, Tick. What's up, Jordan? A big Liverpool
Big up
fan. I mean,
Jordan. Massive.
yes, yes, yes. Hello, KFC says Miggy's back in town. Hey, come on now. Miggy's back. And Casey says, oh, I forgot Karius is in goal. I mean, I almost feel like it's kind of, we're like kind of being like, ooh, okay, Karius is in goal, ooh. But you never know. I hope he's not gonna be having a madness and be hella good. You never know. Maybe he has the game of his life and and be incredibly good. I hope not, but like I said, you never know. Deltic says the players like Saint Maxima, Almiron got pace. We have to use our pace up front as well with players like Garnacho. Wood can wait for the next match with West Ham, or he can wait for. I mean, maybe, but I still feel like Blue Vegas will have a role in that game. I'm not gonna lie, but I get what you're saying, Daily Take. That we definitely do need to, because I did realize in that Barcelona game when Anthony came in on that right, we ended up really using the pace and whatnot. You have to use the width. You have to use have wingers that can really put in a shift when it comes to that for sure. So if we're gonna be able to you know nullify maybe or be any type of threat to Newcastle, we have to definitely use our wingers for sure. Casey says you lost to Villarreal last time you had a shootout. Yes, we did lose that final, and it was horrible. It was bound to,
Yeah, it went to like 10 each or something like that, did it?
yeah.
I mean,
It was a goalkeeper who scored against De Gea. I was like, oh my god, no,
oh man, I hope it's a
that
kiss tomorrow on Sunday.
no, knock on wood, no, 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 no. But guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. It's been a very nice live match preview. Thank you so much, John, for being here today for this live match preview. Where can the people find you, John?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having us on.
Yeah.
Right, and you can find us on John Sinclair TV on Twitch. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook as well. And if you go on Insta, which I don't use as much, but I will be back again soon, it's John Sinclair 50 or lower cases. If you want to find us on Twitter, it's John underscore NUFC 42. And if you follow us, I'll follow you back. But most importantly, please hit subscribe to my channel as John Sinclair TV, which is down there. And I've got over 4,000 subscribers. And I love to get close to 5K by the
Yes.
time I get in next month or so, which would be absolutely amazing. So thank you very much indeed. Thank you for KFC delivery as well. And it's just amazing. What a channel you've got. Keep it going, right? You got people like
Thank you.
yous and Macy, the two of you, and it's all black and white TV, PD Proudlock as well. And you just keep going, girl, because I'll tell you something, you
Thank
are
you.
such a talent alongside Macy.
Thank you so much, John. Guys, make sure that you like this video and do subscribe indeed. And of course, John will in about, I believe, like 15 minutes or so, 20 minute ish, he
Yeah,
will have
15, 17
a
minutes.
yeah, he will have a stream alongside Macy, who is also a Man United supporter. They're going to be having a stream on his channel. So make sure that you guys, you know what I can do? I'm actually going to while when this stream ends, if you guys wait, you can get redirected there. So let me do that real quick before I forget,
Thank
so
you.
that we can, make sure that let's help John out to get him to that 5K. Okay, he's
Yeah.
doing so well with his channel, and I was on his channel yesterday for a match preview on the game, obviously. So
Yeah.
make sure that you guys
Mm.
do, for sure, check that out, as that was definitely a fun video to do. So yeah, let me just do that real quick before. Give me 1 second, just so that I don't forget here. But yeah, make sure that once again that you guys do check out that stream, because he's doing great
Mhm.
things. Right, John. Let me copy this. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Copy it and put it up here. There we go. Yes, okay. I've put it in. Okay, so once the stream ends, y'all can just wait, and then you will be able to redirect to the stream, which will be starting in about 15 minutes. So yes,
Thank you so
uh,
much.
no
And make sure you
problem.
come on and stream 50 minutes time with John Macy Sure at 7:15. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. She is back.
Yes, she is incredible. So go show some love, and come on now, people. Yes, Rose says this game will be so good. I think it's going to be a very good game indeed. I'm excited. But guys, we're going to end it at that. I'll be back tomorrow. I might do an Arsenal Leicester watch along. We'll see. But yeah, until then, have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you tomorrow. Big up, everybody. Yes, do click. Oh, thank you, Ravi. Great. Click the link after the show. It will take you straight to John and Macy's stream. So yeah,
And
do that.
also, if you got to watch along tonight, it's you got to watch along tonight, haven't you? You got to watch
No,
along
not
tonight.
tonight
You're not
actually.
doing tonight.
Uh,
Not,
yeah.
oh, pity. Oh,
So I'm
bless you.
just gonna after this, I'm gonna just enjoy the rest of my evening because I am tired. But yeah,
Yeah.
big
You
up though.
deserve it. You deserve it, babe. You
Thank you.
deserve the rest.
Thank you. Great. We'll see you guys. Peace out. We are out. Bye.
Yeah.